I think Herzog's right. It would do us far well to learn to walk and give us the time to walk the distances we need to go to do our business. And if we could calculate things in that way, we would be a lot better off. And in a way, that's what that farm was all about. The farm was a great place because you didn't really, it was a huge farm. And people would cheat when they would go down to the river. It was like a mile downhill. No one liked to walk on this rocky road, just huge rocks. It was like, who'd like to walk on that? But I did it a couple times. The rest of the time I'd drive it with, sometimes I'd drive it with the crew, because we'd go down there to pick chestnuts along the river, the land. But the farm was up on the mountain, and what a place. It was a place that you could actually live organically, and like everything, it was almost self-sufficient. Of course, you have to buy things like toilet paper and rice and toothpaste and medicine, and of course everyone needs those things, but a lot of things, like it was, they grew almost all of their food, almost everything, It's like, and if you wanted to, you could live entirely off of what was grown there. Well, maybe not, because you would need protein somehow. I guess they did have sunflowers, though. Sunflowers are the highest protein ounce for ounce of any food, even meat. People, carnivores don't know, like staunch defenders of carnivorism, like like Joe Rogan. It might be, he might be right insofar as that it makes you more aggressive to eat meat. That may be true, and so it's good for fighters and stuff, and it might be good for building muscle. I don't know, but it's not true. You don't need it to build muscle. Like protein is, you just have to eat right. Get the garbanzo beans, get the hemp seeds, get the sunflower seeds. There's protein in lots of things, and it's actually weight for weight. It's more than meat. And meat is harder to digest, whereas the sunflower seeds are more readily available as protein for your body. And then you take it, the fact that the defenders, the traditional fighters of India are the Sikhs. And the Sikhs are tough people. They're tough, they're muscular, and the truth is, Sikhs are like embody the philosophy in a way, not directly, but I mean, because there's a faith under it, and it's based on Guru Nanak, not on Gandhi, but they are non-violent people, Sikhs, and that they'll defend. They're willing to defend what they need to defend, and then when it comes to that, there's no stopping them. They're as fierce as Afghanis. That's what it is. Like, Afghanistan has never been conquered in the history of the world. It has never been conquered. There have been fake states set up that said, look, we rule over this area, but there's been no rule over the rest of that area. And that anybody who's come to Afghanistan and declared themselves an emperor, they last a year. That's how long they last, if that, before they're killed, before they're assassinated. And that, I mean, it's like, I think 2 years is the longest, right, they've had, whether they're internal or they're externally planted in by the Russians or the Brits or the Americans or something. It's like, it doesn't matter. The people in Afghanistan are not going to be conquered. They're just going to keep fighting, and they're the most tough people in the world. So my point is, Sikhs are vegetarian. So it's like, to build muscle, you don't have to eat meat. It's a total myth. And in fact, look at in the animal kingdom, the strongest animals are vegetarian. The strongest, gorillas, vegetarians, cows and bulls, elephants, hippopotamus, Rhinoceros, right? The vegetarians are the strongest animals. You know, the meat eaters are quick and fierce and cunning, and they are strong too, and they have claws and stuff like that. But definitely, like the giraffes and the elephants and the bulls and cows, the vegetarian animals, you don't need to eat meat to build muscle or brain even, or to be strong. So, junkie, the people are meat junkies as well, and that's why they become addicted to the taste of blood and pork fat and stuff. And you know it smells good, especially if it's a good cut of meat. You can even tell with your nose. Someone has just sort of regular hamburgers or hot dogs or something on the Barbie, or someone, you know, if someone's cooking choice filet mignon or something, and you can smell it in the air. There's something that tells you there's something really good cooking when there's a choice cut. So for some reason, you know, I mean, we can eat meat, we're omnivores, but we don't have to, and we don't have to kill to eat. And we don't have to have cars to survive. I mean, California, the whole society is built upon that, so it's almost like you have to. But I don't know what Herzog does. I bet Herzog has a car. He's lived in LA for a few decades. He has to have a car. He doesn't walk everywhere in LA. I wouldn't believe that. It's just his philosophy. It's just part of his philosophy. Doesn't mean you have to like abide by your rule to the T at every moment. It's the philosophy of not being car junkies and meat junkies and so forth. All right. Well, thanks. Few of you who've listened through and who like my talks. I always appreciate it when you leave your good word in the comments cleft and let me know. Give me a review. Let me know what you think and what you know. Tell me what you know. Elaborate in the comments cleft. Thank you.